Hi, Aries. Happy birthday. Make sure my phone's on Do Not Disturb. I hope you guys are doing well. Your birthday special is below. All the information to get your birthday special is below. $50 off the 1 hour reading using the code birthday. The link directly to the reading is down there and everything. So welcome to spring. Welcome to the new zodiac year. Welcome to your season. I love Aries season. Springtime is my favorite, I think. The Six of Cups, and I think that you guys are really, really feeling it. Of course you're feeling it. It's you, after all, right? I love my Aries friends, and they have been waiting for this, and it's like their season started in February. I feel like you guys are walking away from things from the past, and you're doing it so fast that it's almost uh like you're gonna have to excuse me. It's still Mercury retrograde, so I'm tripping over my words and I'm still talking very slowly. But I feel like you guys are doing it so fast. It's almost like, the Wile E. Coyote when the Roadrunner is going so quickly and there's just like that big rush of smoky air, like the powder, the dirt trailing behind. So we have the Six of Cups, we have the Eight of Cups, and we have the Eight of Wands. You guys are ready to get moving, and I don't blame you. It's nicer outside. It's really, the things are starting to bloom. Everything looks beautiful in Aries season. You can start planting your seeds, literally and figuratively. New projects are coming up. I feel like you guys are really in your element, and which is beautiful because it's been rough. Like Pisces season, it was like just getting the crap beat out of us. And, no offense to Pisces, but man, that Mercury retrograde in Pisces season was really, really, really tough to go by. And then we hit the Libra full moon, and I feel like you're recognizing where you're still kind of wanting, where you're still kind of like waiting for things to happen. And we hit your season and bam, here we go. Right? So we have the Ace of Swords, which I love, and we have the Page of Cups. There could be some new offers coming in. I'm not really sure if these offers are worth your while. Honestly, I feel like you want so much bigger and so much better. You're really releasing things that you're no longer, like you're just not allowing the bullshit of the past to come with you into the future. There's this air of so much confidence and just like shiny new things, when somebody has ADD or something like that and they're like, oh, look, a squirrel, oh, look, a butterfly. It's like every single thing that's shiny to an Aries, that's where they're headed. That's where they're going. I'm not even mad at that. Like, do it. When you see an opportunity, when you see something coming your way, go that direction, because you've left Uranus going into Taurus. Just because you have Chiron in your sign, I think you can handle Chiron like it's like a champ. Uranus moving into Taurus, Uranus was really tough on you. So leaving things behind, let's talk about the Six of Cups. And being able to manifest new relationships in your life. You could be dealing with a Gemini or a Virgo that you have a very strong connection with. And I feel like you're making this a reality. I feel like this is coming into your existence because you've left everything else. You're no longer holding on to past situations. This could also be, you could have some projects possibly from your childhood that you've been thinking about starting, and now it just feels good to do it. I say go for it. I say it's the perfect time to go for it. Let's see what this Eight of Cups is. Yeah, the Six of Swords. Moving on. You could actually be traveling. The Eight of Cups for me is a journey of self-discovery. And the Six of Swords is going into like a new energetic location. Could be an actual location, or it could just be switching up your energy. Allowing yourself to move into a much easier existence. So much calmer. right? So much calmer. I feel like you guys are plotting something. And I feel like you're attracting so many people. I mean, Aries is just beautiful right now. You're attracting so many people. So, let that happen, right? There could be a lot of communication with a Gemini. There could also be a lot of movement around a Gemini or a relationship, a very strong relationship. The only reason why this relationship would come in and be really, really good is because you've aligned with yourself. And we talked about that, living in a heart-centered way in March, instead of trying to be logical about things, and allowing yourself to get clear on what it is that you need. For being self-aware is huge when it comes to relationships. If you are self-aware, if you are in alignment with who you are and what you need and what you want in your life, this kind of relationship is very easy to attract. And I don't want it to be I don't want it to be something that you question. Ooh, see? And there we go. So you could be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra that kind of has you up in your head a little bit. Or if you have new things that are coming to you and new ideas that are popping off right and left, don't let this relationship like come in like a bat out of hell and everything else fall away. Because sometimes we can get really, really wrapped up in relationships and kind of lose our identity within them. And I don't feel like that's what you're doing. I feel like you're like, the most that you're really trying to do right now is allow yourself to live a much calmer existence, a much calmer lifestyle. The Two of Swords and the Eight of Swords on the Empress. If you have new endeavors and new starts and new things that you want to do that you're kind of confused about, both of those ladies there are blindfolded. I almost feel like you're not seeing something. I feel like you're missing something here. I feel like you almost need to allow yourself to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Because as things become easier in your existence, there are going to be so many opportunities and so many things coming your way. People, work, finance, like all of it will be flooding to you. Allow yourself to take a step back. Allow yourself to see everything as it is very, very clearly, and recognize the things that do still have to kind of fall away. If you're transitioning big time, if Chiron coming into your sign is forcing you to transition some of the ways that you're thinking or evolve in some ways. Now you could be dealing with a Scorpio energy that's also helping you with a lot of ideas right now. But the Death card on the Ace of Swords really makes me feel like there is this need to change the way your thought process is going, need to change the way everything is coming into fruition. You are manifesting some serious, serious things right now. You're manifesting relationships, you're manifesting careers, you're manifesting new opportunities. That can be really overwhelming. And I'm not saying that you can't do it, because I think you can take all of that on. Like you won't even complain. Like you won't even bitch about doing it. But the anxiety that you'll feel inside because you're not taking care of yourself can get real, real fast, right? And that may be what this Page of Cups is saying over here, is to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Because if there's a lack in any way, shape, or form, if you're not giving back to yourself in some way, because the Page of Cups for me is like, he just looks like, could I just get a little bit of something? Like, could you just, and I feel like this is you needing that something. I don't feel like this is you needing it from an outside source. I feel like you need to give it back to yourself. You are focused on so many beautiful things in your existence, you will often forget about you, right? If this is a Leo energy that you're not getting enough attention from, or you're not getting enough from, and you're still holding on to it, Four of Pentacles and the Strength card. If you're really, really holding on to a Leo energy that is just not showing you the money, it's like not showing you anything right now, it's time to get very discerning. And it's time to, you know, we lived in heart in March, and I feel like now it's time to get out of that heart mode. I mean, yes, always stay in your heart mode, always be very self-aware and heart-centered, but you've got to be discerning too. You are not going, Chiron's not going to let you hold on to old situations from the past that just bring you down, that bring you, and I feel like this might be the transition that you need to know. I don't, even if it's a really strong connection, what do I say? What do I always say? Even if, I don't care if it's twin flame, I don't care if it's a soulmate, I don't care. If they're not giving you what you need and you're still holding on to that, it's your fault. You can't complain about somebody not giving you something, but you keep going back for more. Right? You have to be honest and self-aware right now. And your honest transactions, your honest being the Empress, like this is where I feel like you're not seeing it. I feel like you really need to recognize that you're it. Uranus kind of ripped that away from you and like made you question your identity for a while. And Chiron in Aries is like, nope, you get to have your identity back. Here you go. And we're going to bring a couple new identities along with you because you can be anything you want. But I don't feel like you're seeing that 100% yet. So if a relationship came back during Mercury retrograde, be very, very discerning about it. I feel like with some of you, there's been communication from, there's a lot of Mercury energy up here. And so there's some communication I feel like that came back from the past during the retrograde season. I almost want you to leave that. I want you to let that go. I don't want you to manifest because I don't want you to manifest something out of the old. I want you to manifest something out of the new. I feel like there's so many new things that are bright and shiny and pretty that are right in front of you that there's absolutely no reason for you to hold on to old energy at all. And I am always the first person to say they're an ex for a reason. And if they're not coming back to you as a totally new and different person, you don't need that because you're a totally new and different person. You don't need to hold on to that mess. I'm just saying. So we have the Queen of Swords. Be very discerning about love and the Knight of Cups. Be very discerning about the offers that are coming to you. Some of them are just not good enough for you. Five of Pentacles and Five of Cups. And maybe it's a Taurus or a Cancer that's trying to offer you something. Actually, I feel like the Taurus trying to offer you something, it's like peanuts. Like they're not offering you enough. And it's really time to kind of move away from the energy of the lack mentality. And Uranus moving into Taurus is kind of pulling that lack mentality out of your existence, out of your playing field. Like there's no more lack mentality you're holding on to. And allowing yourself to see very, very clearly where the balance is and where the places that you're lying to yourself. So we have the Chariot, the Sun, and Justice. Where is that karmic balance? You could be dealing with a Libra or a Cancer energy. If you're dealing with a Libra or a Cancer energy, I feel like these energies are kind of pushing you forward to your purpose. This is almost shedding a lot of light on where you've been lying to yourself and where you haven't been allowing yourself to kind of, where you've been small, where you've been allowing yourself to stay small. I feel like these energies are kind of shedding that light on it for you, right? And don't feel guilty about living your life purpose because I feel like you have a lot of opportunities coming to you. The Seven of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the Star. if you're in a place right now, like environmentally, that makes you feel like home and you don't really want to leave it, or you don't, like if somebody's trying to force you to go somewhere else or do something else with the environment or the existence that you're in right now, don't feel guilty about saying, like, if you want to stay where you are, this is, I feel like this is just for a couple of people. If you want to stay where you are right now, then stay. Don't feel guilty about saying no to, like, if you need to be in your own existence for healing purposes or just feeling better about yourself. That Seven of Swords for me makes me feel like you feel guilty about something. Don't feel guilty about being a homebody. Don't feel guilty about wanting to go out. Don't feel guilty if, because for some reason, there's something like destined about the environment that you're in. So I want you to allow that. Things are looking really, really good for you in April. And whatever you're manifesting, make sure you're leaving old energies that have made you feel like you're lacking in some way. Make sure you're leaving all of those old energies behind. Even if these energies are from like 10 years ago or 8 years ago when Uranus came into your sign. Because you're still, I feel like there's still kind of some things that are falling away from that transit. I mean, that was a pretty big jolt moving into Taurus. So allowing those things to kind of fall behind. Chiron is going to show you where you are not being warrior, where you are keeping yourself small. So push through, allow yourself to stay open to all of the possibilities, all of the opportunities. There's a lot of stuff coming up for you, a lot of opportunities that I feel like are going to really help with your abundance and change your luck in a lot of ways, right? I was going to stop taking cards, but the Seven of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune, like there are a lot of opportunities in front of you that are going to bring you this new energy of abundance. And you're doing it on, I mean, you're doing it with an air of confidence and on your own. These two fives right here concern me only because, I feel like some of you might have the tendency to keep trying to slip back into the past. And I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to beat yourself up for things that you didn't get done. I don't want you to beat other people up for things they didn't do for you. I just want you to take all of this brand new energy that we have right in this existence and just push forward, because it's bringing you a karmic balance and it's bringing you so much health and prosperity and love and abundance, and it's pushing you towards your soul purpose. So the more you allow it to do that, the better April is going to be. I think that if you slip back and you don't see just how amazing you are in everything and how much you're attracting and how much is coming to you, you could have a couple of days of feeling like you're not good enough. And I don't want you to do that. Not during your season. I won't allow it, because this is an amazing reading. There are just a little hiccups that could be, like, you can transmute this energy at any time into something much more positive. Be very discerning about the offers that are coming to you. Don't let just anybody in your energetic space right now. Seriously. Like, fuck boys are no longer, right? Fuck girls are no longer. Like, don't let that happen. You want something serious, you want something real, and that's all you're going to be accepting from here on out, right? And Chiron is going to show you when you are not accepting it. Let's be real about that. You can get into this woe is me state of mind because Chiron will show you, no, that's not on your path, and your body will feel it. You will feel it in your soul. You will get anxiety. You will get sad. You will get pulled down into like a really dark place, right? So the more you allow yourself to stay very positive about all of the things that are coming to you and let the energy shift for you, right? The better things will look. So I love you guys. You're in a really big time of evolution, and it's beautiful. It's wonderful. Have a wonderful birthday season, and I will see you for your April soulmate readings. Bye.